Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Thursday, the 6th day of March, 2025. I hope you're safe and healthy today. I hope your family is safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who every day are trying their best to save lives, and those that pick up garbage to keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims of pornography and child pornography, prostitution and child prostitution, human trafficking and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and the perverts that create the demand that cause these industries to exist. Double blessings on the men and women that are homeless. More than 600,000 men, women, children, families, senior citizens, and veterans homeless in the United States of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them too, for theirs is the kingdom. There's going to be a basketball game tonight in Los Angeles. It's going to be 10 o'clock on East Coast time. But I'll be fronting if I told you I wasn't going to watch it, because I'm going to stay up past my bedtime and watch that game. The Knicks are going to be visiting the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, there was some information that's been, that I've disseminated, put it that way, from the injury report. Yes, from the injury report. So I'm looking at the injury report today, and there are 3 players that are questionable: Precious Achiuwa, Mitchell Robinson, and OG Anunoby. Now, OG is questionable because of a left thumb sprain, so he will probably play. Mitchell Robinson is questionable because of his ankle, which we know was just surgically repaired, and he just came back. He will probably play. Precious Achiuwa is questionable because of tightness in his left hamstring. That's the hamstring that caused him to miss the first 21 games in the season. And I feel like now we have an insight as to why he played only 4 minutes on Friday and didn't play Sunday. He probably was resting the hamstring, because it did cause him to miss a significant amount of time. And we are headed to the playoffs. He had to play this past Tuesday because we had nobody else. So now he's questionable. I wouldn't be surprised if he sat. Now that would make things difficult because unfortunately, the information that come out for Cat was only really information that we got from his girlfriend, where she cursed cancer. And he's out for personal reasons. So we're really speculating here, but there's something with illness in Cat's family, among his close people, which causes him to miss some time. Cat has had it rough. I mean, his mom's passed because of COVID. When the COVID hit, it cost his mom her life. He was very close to his mother, as most brothers are. He's very close to his mother. So he lost his mom, and now, somebody in his family is having a health issue. I don't know if it's his girlfriend's family. Apparently, his girlfriend lost one of her family members. I think it was her father to cancer. So, and brethren, some of this stuff we can't control, but do your best to take care of yourself, man. Do your best to take care of yourself. I mean, this life goes by real fast, man. So, take care of it and fulfill as much of your years as you can, as healthy as you can. And so we wish prayers upon Karl Anthony Towns and his loved ones. So he's probably out. Well, actually, he may not be, because he's not listed on the injury report. You see, against the Golden State Warriors, he was listed out due to personal reasons. So he might play tonight. That kind of situation is so touchy. You don't know. Like he could decide, okay, I could play. My family is handling this. I'll be in touch with them constantly, and I could play. Because he didn't miss the game for injury. He missed the game for personal reasons, and he is not listed on the injury report today. So it could very well be that Precious sits again to rest the tightness in his hamstring to make sure that he's okay. And plus, we're dealing with a back-to-back situation. So you have tonight, Lakers, tomorrow, Clippers. The good thing about this back-to-back, this is probably the best back-to-back in the NBA because you don't have to go anywhere. You stay right there in LA and you play again tomorrow. So it is back-to-back, but there's no travel involved. Travel is a big, what's the word I'm looking for? Travel is a major part of the challenge of back-to-backs. So the Knicks, at some point, they play a back-to-back against Charlotte. They play in Charlotte, then they travel to San Antonio. Now that's the toughness of a back-to-back. You're in Charlotte, North Carolina. You play the next night. You have to fly out to the Alamo and play the San Antonio Spurs. So that's a tough back-to-back. Not saying this ain't tough, but if you ain't got to travel, it makes it a whole lot easier. And to come from the cold environs of New York, and I know it's cold up there, to be in LA, that's pretty nice. It's the weather's warm. You get some. That's gonna have a good effect on your health. Nice warm weather. So that is the situation right now. So Karl Anthony Towns may indeed play. He may indeed play today because he's not on the injury report. So I'm going to actually assume he's going to play. I'm going to assume OG is going to play, and I'm going to assume MitchRob is going to play. Now, the good thing about what I just said is if Mitchell Robinson is going to play, he's going to come off the bench. That's better to me as far as us winning than him starting right now. He still needs to get his timing. He still needs to get his game shape on. And the 15 minutes he gets coming off the bench, to me, in my view, is more effective than him starting right now. When he starts, the Knicks got to get used to him. And it's a whole different vibe with him and Cat. After 57 games, you're used to Cat. Okay? You're not used to Mitchell Robinson. So they could get used to him, obviously, but for right now, as he's ramping up, I'd rather him come off the bench, honestly, and play with the second unit, reducing him. So let's see how that goes. But if Cat is not on this injury report, which he's not, I'm going to assume he's going to play tonight. I'm assuming he's out in LA with the team, and he's going to play. So if that's the case, you're going to have your regular starting five, and then you have Mitchell Robinson coming off the bench with Deuce and probably Shaman and Payne as well. So you got a nice squad. But I think Precious will probably rest, or at least he'll rest one of these two games on this back-to-back. Maybe he plays tomorrow night because it is a back-to-back. But now I seen the left hamstring tightness. I said, okay, because he's not one to want to be on an injured list. And he did miss 21 games earlier this year. So I know he doesn't want to miss another game, and he certainly wants to be ready for the playoff. It didn't make any sense to any of us that he was on the bench. Some knucklehead came on my channel talking about it's inexcusable. Well, apparently it is excusable because he has left hamstring tightness. So before we start jumping off bridges and making declarations, and some of y'all, after a loss, you start going down this dark hole and everything is hell now and it's never going to be good again. Some guy said, gone are the days when Hart used to, I was like, damn, man, damn. And then someone was like, this fool was talking about Josh Hart. I was like, wait, didn't he just get 17 rebounds against Philly last week? And they be downing on McCall, and that's why I added McCall to the disclaimer. Another knucklehead. Well, he's fading away. Again, we went through this. The fadeaway is his favorite shot. He's been shooting it all his life. I've only seen him play from his freshman year at Villanova and the 7 years he's in the league. And all 11 years, he shoots fadeaways. That's his shot. We should not be tripping. Well, he doesn't attack the basket. Listen, man, y'all need to calm down. Now, McCall's on the disclaimer. You come on my channel with McCall hate, and I don't want to hear, it ain't hate, it's just whatever y'all fools want to cover it up as. It's hate. It ain't going to be tolerated with raw Hebrew. So get used to that mess. It ain't no damn democracy on my channel. Y'all need to understand that. Most of y'all do. There's just a small contingent of knuckleheads that just have to do what they do. Scorpions sting, snakes bite, and knuckleheads go knucklehead, right? So that's where I have my work cut out for me. Anyway, the Knicks and the Lakers tonight. It looks like we're going to have Cat. We're probably not going to have Precious, but we're going to have MitchRob and OG. The only thing I'm concerned about with the thumb is if it hinders OG's shooting, because we know OG's been the only one, really the only one that's been shooting the ball consistently well. Even our boy JB the Cat was off, against Golden State, wasn't playing, doing his thing. But the thumb injury for OG is the left thumb. So we know he's a righty shooter. So I think we'll be in good shape there. So here we go. The Knicks in LA against Luka, LeBron, and the Lakers. And, I had another knucklehead, Luka, LeBron, the Lakers, and lost for the Knicks. And I said, bye. Bye, boy. Bye. Again, you can't just come on here saying anything you want about my squad. You can't do it. You're not having it. I don't care what your opinion is. If it's negative, sweep that mess down the toilet where it belongs. Don't bring it here, because it stinks. Anyway, I think we can win this game tonight. Is it going to be tough? Yes, it's going to be tough. But can we win it? Hell yeah. So for the Lakers, LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves are probable. So they're all going to play. They're listed. So in other words, at this time of year, everybody's hurt. At this time of year, everybody's playing with aches and pains. Everybody is at this time of year. So this is what we're dealing with now. The thing is, about this time of year, everybody that's in the race for the playoffs is jockeying for position. So right now, the Knicks are still third in the East, 4 games ahead of Milwaukee. They're 3.5 games behind Boston. The Lakers are now second in the West. Or should I say, they're really tied for second. They're both, them and the Nuggets, they're technically second though, but both them and the Nuggets are 11 games away from Oklahoma City, which means they're tied for the second seed pretty much. Then you got Memphis, Houston, and Golden State, and Minnesota are tied for the 6th seed. So it's a dogfight. Everybody's fighting for position right now. The Knicks are pretty solid, but, we need to pile up these wins and get our boy MitchRob ramped up for the playoffs. But everybody's seeking that position. Thing is, when you get ready to go to the playoffs, you get time also to recover a little bit. You got a little bit of time for the playoff start, especially if you're not in the play-in. If you're in the play-in, you got to play. But if you're not in the play-in, you could chill for a second, get a few days off. And then, of course, when the playoffs begin in 7-game series, you're playing the same team. And so you get time between games to get yourself together. So that's all good for the Knicks. So right now, we got LA. Let's see if we can get this dub tonight. Let's see if we can show up on the defensive end of the floor. Let's hope they're hitting their shots. That's the thing. The last game, they had a lot of good shots. The Knicks did. They had a lot of wide open threes that they just missed. Okay, they wouldn't miss a lot of those shots most of the time. That you missed them. And some of y'all kind of expect them to hit all their shots every night. And if they don't, there's something wrong. Y'all need to stop being delusional. Teams go through periods where they can hit shots. And they go through periods where they don't. Okay? Tuesday night against Golden State, they weren't hitting them. Let's hope they can hit them tonight. All right? So here we go. Let's get this dub in City of Angels. Hopefully it'll be a good night. Y'all enjoy it. Enjoy your Thursday. Be safe out there. Sure. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I forgot to mention. Moses Brown was not signed to a 2-way deal, or he was not signed to the roster. He was signed with the G League affiliate Westchester Knicks, as was Johnny Davis. Neither of them have either a 2-way deal or a standard NBA contract. Both of them are on the G League roster. That's a different thing. Marshawn Beauchamp is a 2-way player. He signed a 2-way contract. Okay, so he's a regular 2-way guy, which means he can be brought up for X number of games to play on the regular team, but really that's for next year. That's development for Marshawn Beauchamp. And again, I like him. I like his game. I like the possibilities with him as a wing. And they signed another gentleman, Anton Watson, from Gonzaga and via the Boston Celtics. I don't know what his deal is, if it's a 2-way deal it's definitely not a standard NBA contract. It might be a two-way deal, or it might be just a Westchester deal. I don't know. But if you're on the Westchester Knicks, that just means you're in the G League. It does not mean you're on the regular roster. Okay, and it does not mean you're affiliated with the regular roster because you don't even have a two-way contract. So Moses Brown and Johnny Davis are on the Westchester Knicks at this point. Now, could that change? Yes. The Knicks have the space to add a two-way player. And, of course, we know they have a space to add a guy to a regular season contract, end of the year contract. So we'll see how that works out. But I did see Beauchamp on the Knicks bench against Golden State. So he was there, and hopefully he'll be here. I like that kid because he plays defense. He doesn't have a tremendous shooting ability. He's not terrible, but he's probably average. But defensively, he can make it in the NBA, and that's what we need in New York. More defense, not more shooting, more defense. So that's what we got. Beauchamp is two-way. The other guys are G League. We'll find out if somebody gets signed. I don't think they will because I think the deadline to be on the regular roster for the rest of the season is passed, if I'm not mistaken. So we can start speculating about the 15th spot now. All right. Y'all enjoy now. Y'all enjoy your Thursday. Be safe out there. Shalom.